Hello and welcome to session 3 or week 3 of Currents 545 Online. Here we are on our session agenda that takes us through the week, activities and questions to think about. Before we jump into going over the agenda and some clarification of the things that you're going to be doing for this week, I just wanted to share a couple of announcements. First of all, there is no discuss activity for this week, and that's very much to make more room for your blog post number 2, which is due on Friday. But also, I just wanted to share a little bit related to your hopes and concerns for the class. You posted your hopes and concerns for the Focus and Reflect number 1, so a little over a week ago. And I have finished reading through those, and I just wanted to share that I noticed that many people have some concerns about the different technology platforms that are used in the class. And that is definitely a unique aspect of this class. It's an online class, so of course you'll be online, but I do have you venture out into different platforms and try out different tools. And I do that because I want you to experiment with them and see how you might use them in your teaching. But also because these different platforms really get us to think about literacy in different ways too, and how we communicate in different ways using different platforms, and especially visual platforms, which we'll be focusing on more towards the end of the semester. But I want to say to all those that you voiced concerns, and there were many that voiced concerns, that many of the students from last semester that took this course, which also used which was very similar to this course with some changes, but many people also then had some fears about the technology use and concerns. But those same students, many ended the semester feeling that they had grown a lot in their ability to navigate across different online platforms and feel confident using technology in their learning as a learner, but also thinking about how they might use it also too in their teaching. So when we closed out the semester thinking about how people have grown, and we all shared ways in which we've grown as a learner and how we have grown as a future teacher, soon to be teacher, many of them commented on, wow, the technology. It was a big concern for me in the beginning, but I realized that I'm much better at trying out new technology platforms than I thought. So do know that although that might be an area of concern, it might also very much be an area of success and achievement by the end of the semester. And that was also the case with organizational skills. Many people were concerned about being organized enough to take this class last semester, and there were many people that voiced that this semester too in the hopes and concerns. And many people commented at the end of the semester that, wow, I'm more organized than I thought. I really can step up if I need to. And so do know that this also might be a huge area of growth and achievement for you as well, if that's something that you're worried about. Many people, as I've shared with you before, said that the checklist feature was very helpful, or they got a new hold on using a planner in some way. But this may be requiring more organizational skills of you than have been required of you before, but it's also then perhaps an opportunity for growth and in your confidence in your organizational skills. So those are some of the things. I just wanted to address a couple of those since people had brought those up. So know that these are huge opportunities for growth and for you to feel confident and successful at the end of the semester. Please let me know if there's any way I can better assist in that. All right, so as for the agenda, here we are at the agenda, week 3, session 3, and basically we're focusing on content area reading, disciplinary literacies. There are 2 different approaches to secondary reading, and the mini lecture for this week will explain this a little bit more. But there are different approaches at looking at secondary reading. They both agree that teaching reading and the reading demands are different in secondary school than primary years, but they kind of look at things in a different way. General content area reading looks at things in a more general way. Disciplinary literacy is in a more specific way to the discipline. These questions will prime your mind as you go into the readings for the week. You'll notice that there's a question, and then within the parentheses there is an author's name, which is referring to a specific reading that is assigned for this week. So I'm giving you some things to think about, trying to focus you as you go into the reading, but also giving you some breadcrumbs or hints or cues for where you can think about this, where this question is most relevant. As for our activities that we're doing right now, we're in the explore aspect of the week in which you're doing the readings, you're viewing the mini lecture, and you're preparing for the discuss activities. We don't have them this week, but that's what you would be doing during this time. The mini lecture on content area literacy and disciplinary literacies will be coming soon, but if you want to take a sneak peek ahead of time at the slides, you can click here. And then do Friday, this should say Friday, but do Friday is blog post number 2. And blog post number 2 is where you will be introducing your inquiry blog topic. a topic that you foresee yourself teaching in the future within your field, within your discipline, and a topic that you're interested in, a topic that that you want to find out more about, that you want to explore deeper. So you'll be introducing that blog topic, or that inquiry blog topic, which you'll be then focusing on for blog post number 3 and 4. You're going to introduce that topic in blog post number 2. Make sure to look at the assignment sheet. It gives you exactly the questions you are to answer. That will be due, that blog post then is due on Friday. There's some much more information and guidance here that's written here so definitely I encourage you to look at that. If you're still concerned or curious or unsure about which topic, I encourage you to post here in this brainstorm session of a topic that you're thinking about. I'm answering these as I go throughout the day. And then after you post your blog post number 2, don't forget to also comment, read and review the blog post number 2 of those in your inquiry blog group, and comment to their blog by Sunday, this coming Sunday, 11:59 p.m. So if you did comment on those in your group's blog post number 1, but yet you do not see it on their blog, that might very well be because they have not yet approved it. So use this as a time too to maybe gently email them and remind them or ask them, can you approve my blog comments? They are perhaps waiting in your email, etc. You can find the email addresses to your group members right here. And then you can remind them so that they will approve the comments so that you can get credit for those. So that's where we're at today with disciplinary, or now where we're at with the disciplinary inquiry blog. You've posted one and you've commented to the group members on one, and we are now going to be doing blog post number 2, and you'll be doing the comments to your peers by this Sunday. So that's where we're at with inquiry blogs, and there are lots of resources here to help you guide you in that process. We will then close out the week, again, no discuss activity this week. We will then close out the week with a post where you will be talking a little bit about some of the ideas from your discipline. So we started out the week thinking about disciplinary literacy and content area literacy and how those look in your discipline. And then we'll be closing out the week reflecting on that a little bit and talking about that. So it's a nice umbrella way to look at, you're choosing a specific topic from your discipline for your inquiry blog, but what you're reading and then posting about in your focus and reflect activity is thinking about the literacy practices related to your discipline, and then how you might support learning of that content that you are talking about in your inquiry blog. So they are related in that way. As we go through the week, please let me know if you have any questions, and I will be sure to answer them.